I want to do a walkthrough of the patch that I've been using for my alpha brainwave entrainment using planetary tuned, the sun and the moon, Sol and Luna. This is my Solar and Lunar Eclipse patch, the final one that I use to combine into essentially a combined composition where I have panned left and right solar and lunar planetary tunings reacting to the audio and feeding into my harmonic brain in a loop. So I took this photo back in 15 years ago and I finally have a use for it. So I've used this photo to skin into my 3D scene composer a little moon-esque thing, and I also used a similar one for the sun, and then I put some effects for making them a little bit more elegant, and then I eclipsed them over each other, but also I had them for most of the export just side by side. Then I also had a particular input to seed the composer. So if I basically, the harmonic brain. So if I hit that here and I make the sound is not working. I'm not sure if it's working or not, actually. It is, but it's probably pretty quiet. I have my volume down to not feed back. You can see the audio waveform reacting to my voice already. And there's a mixer showing on channel 2 is where my voice is. And I also have some binaural beats for the 8 Hz alpha brainwave entrainment with some tone generators somewhere in this massive patch. Here they are. Left channel, right channel, a goinometer also that reacts to my voice and distorts the left and right in an up and down fashion. And then if I seed one of the musical brains, right here I'm hitting middle C on my keyboard to seed it for C major. And then if I run the pattern, it should feed the other one here, which then feeds this one, and I can run that. So I basically have a counterpoint. I have it panned left and right for the binaural beats. I have a separate audio mixer, also panned left and right for the sun and moon, planetary tunings, and then I'm feeding standard tuning from here. This is my non-planetary tune sacred instruments synthesizer. So with everything combined, I have this visualizer here, and the only other thing I'm trying to find is where I had mixed the 2 layers. There we go. So we've got the moon that can eclipse the sun. I think I had it here-ish. And then similarly with the sun, so you kind of have the sun and moon nexus by the goinometer. Something like that. And let's see if we can make the volume a little bit louder for comparison, because there's one other piece that I had done. When you take away the binaural beats, you can clearly hear and see the audio reacting on the sun and moon. So let me just stop the tones, and then you've got the individual notes playing to the moon and the sun, and as they hit, they react slightly. I didn't want to go overboard. Also, my voice is reacting to the main middle goinometer, which now there's not as much left and right, and then obviously the kaleidoscope effect and is being fed from the actual waveform visualizer of my voice. And there's the moon surface, which is textured on the sphere. I also had some noise generator, but I turned it down so I could patch my voice in, and it wasn't as distracting. Let's do a full screen of this visualizer as well.